Hagwema hene no yo mayu mayu yanine Hagwema hene no yo mayu mayu yanine ay 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 Hawanishka beshikwe where we know Oske no way mayu iduge Hagwima heni no mayu yanine ay 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 Isha Kishna Ikariki we know. Ege Mogi Sagaga Higade no. Hello, my name is Elliot Funmaker Sr. I'm from the Ho Chunk Nation. We're here tonight to put on a cultural presentations, and we want to invite each and every one of you to our part of the earth over here. And so, in the beginning here, I know you guys are eating, and you guys didn't invite me, so we're just going to go ahead and start without you guys. And then we're going to bring out our dancers in the grand entry style. We don't have a lot of room here unless you want to clear off your plates and let them dance on the tables here, but I don't think your steak will like that. So we're gonna come up here. We're gonna dance for you guys, and we're gonna talk a little bit about our culture. And so at this time, if you're physically able and you got one fork left, we're gonna ask you to please rise as we bring in our feather staff. So at this time, Wisconsin Dells Singers and Dance Troupe is proud to present the grand entry. Ahoo. All right, how about a round of applause? Make way, he's got to stand. Move over, move over. There you go. It is always important that we remember where we come from. And today is a real good day to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and remember where you come from and how hard it was to get to this point where we're at right now in your life. And so, with saying that, we always honor the American flag and our Eagle staff. Our Eagle staff here is by our head veteran, Cleland Goodbear. He's a veteran of the Vietnam War. Let's give him a round of applause. At this time, we're gonna be doing the Ho Chunk flag song, the Ho. All right, thank you. Keeping with Ho Chunk tradition is always customary to honor our veterans. We have some veterans out there. We want to thank you for your time in the service. We want to thank all the things that you have done. I'm glad that Cleland posted his colors over here. He thinks he's done, but he's going to get back up because we got a veteran song for each and every one of you veterans out here. And so we had to send our veterans out in order to protect our way of life. So at this time, the Wisconsin Dells Singers is proud to present Ho Chunk Nation Veteran Song. Take it away. All right, thank you. Be seated at this time. Thanks. Madison Gives. Celebration of 2022. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming over here tonight. You could have went to McDonald's, but you want to hang out here. Nothing wrong with that. Just can't take no toy home tonight. We're going to be, at this time, one of the most sacred things the Ho Chunk people was given through the Creator was a tobacco plant. With this tobacco plant, we pray, and we do a lot of these things here that the Creator asked for. He gave us the power over that tobacco. And now this tobacco, we still have the original seeds from that beginning of time. And so it is very important to us, the traditional Ho-Chunk people, to keep this precious gift going. And so I just wanted to explain that to you, because a lot of times you'll have a lot of different people talking about us using marijuana in our peace pipes. That is so degrading. And we're just going to cover one thing tonight, and that's going to be it, that we use sacred tobacco in our pipes when we smoke. We don't call them peace pipes. We call them pipes. And so I just kind of wanted to touch on that. At this time, we have different categories going on. Down there, we have men's traditional. You'll see that they have two bustle on the back with turnaround guys, head roaches on there, and then, what are you doing there? Okay. The little star's acting up over here. And then these guys are, they have the dance, they have different beautiful looking regalia. We don't call them costumes, we call them regalia. Give them a round of applause. Now we have our woodland dancers out here. Now this is what you would see if you came around here 300 years ago. This would be the appropriate style. Come on out here. Look around here. All right, there you go. And so this guy has a head roach going on there, and he got a turban going on there, and got several different, got a battle axe going on there, a fan, got different things going on there. All right, so these are the woodland dancers. Then you have your grass dancer. This guy's here, a basketball player for the Wisconsin Dells Chiefs over here. He's been doing pretty good, almost as good as me. He's on 2 points behind me yet, and he's almost there. He'll get it, I guess. I'll give it to him. Grass dancers are the original form of dancers in our powwow circuit. You have a head roach, feathers up there, all beaded over there. Very beautiful looking regalia. He's got his dance stick going over here, and he'll be dancing his style over here. And then we're going to go on over. Thank you very much. Oh, there was another one. And then we have a fancy dancer over here. Wow, this guy is fancy. He's going to run over here and run back real fast. Go ahead, take off. Let's see you jets here. All right. So this is very athletic dance. He's going to be doing cartwheels and all kinds of stuff with one finger and I don't know what else. And so the girls, you're going to have a show. So now we're going to go over to my wife over here and her crew over here. Come on out. All right. We got Mary Funmaker. She's the boss at the house, according to her. She likes that. Carrie Funmaker over there. And these are both Ho-Chunk applique. When you see this style out here, you will, if you go to the powwow, which you guys are going to go to next weekend, isn't it? Right? Okay, we'll see you over there. They notice that they have their feathers, and they have their earrings, they have their brooch going on there, they got their shells, they got their beautiful looking blouse, and they have a fan, they got a shawl going on there, and the applique. The applique is a Ho-Chunk thing going on there. It's a design that they put the mirror effect on it, and then they put it all away. Some of them are a couple months old, some are over 400 years old. And so when you see this style, you know it's Ho-Chunk. Thank you very much, ladies. And now we have Sissy, all the way from Kansas. She threw her hat up in the air after graduation, and she ran up here. So let's give her a round of applause. At this time, we're going to be doing one intertribal. Watch each one of these dancers dance their certain style. So at this time, intertribal, ho, 2 times through. How about that, folks? We've been allotted so much time, and our time is coming to a close here pretty soon. So one of our closings is going to be individual styling on the contest dance, and we're going to have our guys come out. They're going to take up this whole stage here, and we're going to try to trick them. So when we first start the drum, the dancers got to start dancing, and when we stop, they have to stop also. So you're going to pick the winner, all right? 2 times through. Take it away. Yeah. All right, who won out there? They're all winners. How about that? Now we're going to ask our ladies to come on out here. They're going to tear it up out here. Going to have a good time out here. All right, here we go. How about a round of applause to these beautiful women up here? Good job out there. Our head male dancer tonight is Mr. Justice Green. Bryson Funmaker. Kenny Funmaker. Eldon Hensley. Rylan Funmaker. Xavier Hensley. Corey Hensley Jr. The head female dancer tonight, Mary Funmaker. Carrie Funmaker. And Sissy Blacksmith. Our head singer tonight is Mr. Gabriel Funmaker. Corey Hensley, Sr. Cleland Goodbear. And of course, my name is Elliot Funmaker, Sr. I have one last request. I would like to see each and every one of you at Ho-Chunk Game and Day Jolt, Madison. I want to thank the state of Wisconsin, the city of Madison, the county of Dane, and the Ho-Chunk Nation for allowing us to come over by you tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you. Please think of each other when you're looking at each other across the table. Say, hello, my friend. Aho, chakado, that's what you would say. At this time, we're going to complete our performance here tonight. I want to thank Missy and Dan for having us come up here, John for helping us out, and the rest of the crew down there. Thank you. And I hope you got full, because you didn't invite us. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. One time, too. All right, thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, thank you. One big thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful performance with us and this important history, especially in the state of Wisconsin. And special thanks to Dan Brown, the Ho-Chunk, for making all of this possible. We are so appreciative. Thank you, thank you. So it's my pleasure to welcome you all here, and I'm so glad that we also have now via new technology, those who may be at home, so we all can be together this evening. Welcome all, here in the room and viewing from your homes. I'm Roberta Gassman, and I'm thrilled to be the chair of the Madison Community Foundation Board of Governors. My husband, snapping photos over there, Lester Pines, and I are so glad to be Madison Community Foundation fund holders and also Legacy Society members. I want to start by giving a shout out to our terrific staff. Now you will see on the two screens pictures of this amazing staff that we're so lucky to have at the Community Foundation. They do amazing work for us every single day. Will staff please stand up so we can applaud you together? You're all the best. You're just the best, and we are so fortunate. Now, I also cannot say enough about my fabulous colleagues on the Board of Governors for the Madison Community Foundation. They are coming up on stage now. They're going to come over here. A few, unfortunately, can't be with us tonight, But on the screens, you will see pictures of all of the members of the Board of Governors. These folks represent the best of our community. They're talented, they're dedicated, they give their all to this organization. Let's thank them all together. And our photographer, not Lester, but our official photographer, is snapping some photos, and I'm just going to pop in right here. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. All right. We're going to do it real quick. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, board. Thank you. And most of all, I want to acknowledge in the room all of the donors, the fund holders, the Legacy Society members. Together last year, you all made gifts to the Madison Community Foundation from $1 to $5 million. You are the heart of what we do, supporting our community and beyond, and hundreds of important causes in the community and nonprofits, many of which are in the room right here with us tonight. If you are a fund holder, as an individual, as a family, or through a nonprofit, or if you're a member of our Legacy Society, I'm going to ask you all to please stand. That's right. Now stay standing for 1 second. Tonight is our opportunity to thank and to honor and to celebrate all of you. In a world where we face great challenges every day, whether right outside our doors, in Ukraine, in Buffalo, and sadly, if you haven't heard, today in the state of Texas, you all in this room make a difference every day. So we salute you. We thank you for your commitment to our community, but also beyond our community to the world. Thank you. You know, we get asked all the time by generous people, how can I help? How can I make a difference here in Madison, but also beyond? There are so many wonderful organizations doing amazing work in the Madison area. We are honored to have so many of you here with us tonight in this room. Our staff would always be glad to share with any of you in the room who want to learn more about what these agencies do. We have great technical expertise with our staff. They'd be glad to share with you information about the many organizations in this town, and they'd be glad to help connect you. Bob mentioned before the terrific resource, the Greater Madison Nonprofit Directory. There's information about that on our website. Please do take advantage of it. We can now call it an award-winning publication, which it is. We also offer through our homepage links to international causes and national causes, so beyond just our borders here in the Madison area. When Lester and I, like so many, wanted to help the people of Ukraine, Madison Community Foundation staff was able so quickly to help us direct our family fund distribution to Doctors Without Borders, and the staff helped us target it specifically to help the people of Ukraine. We are so gratified by the amazing assistance that the staff gave us, and that's just one of so many, many examples. Now, I'd like to share a few reflections on the Community Foundation's work over this past year. In 2021, we do what we always do. We enhance our community's common good. Together with our donors, we rose to do this, and we rose to do it again within the challenges brought by now over 2 years of COVID, especially impacting in our community and everywhere the most vulnerable. I've always been proud to be a part of the Madison Community Foundation, but in these last 2 years, I must say, we saw our staff with nonprofit partners and through your generosity truly rise to the occasion, making together a major difference, supporting diversity and COVID recovery especially. This has been very meaningful for the whole board and all of us. As just one example of this work, in 2021, we partnered with Dane County. This was the first major endeavor of this sort to distribute $5 million in COVID relief funds, helping our area nonprofits carry on their important work during what have been truly extraordinary times. We're so thankful to have been a part of that partnership. Now let me share a few numbers from our brand new, you got it at your places. Some of you are on the cover, and many of you are written up inside in wonderful ways. That was for Mayor Sue Bauman, who's there on the cover with Ellis. But wonderful people are written about in this report. And let me share with you some of the information that's in here. In 2021, we received nearly, thanks to you, $21 million in donations. We grew our Legacy Society, and we hope more of you will want to join us in the Legacy Society, to 274 individuals and couples. And we surpassed 1,200 funds in total. We are so honored by the trust that all of you put in your community foundation. With the guidance of our excellent investment committee, in 2021, we again landed in the very top tier of all of our peer community foundations across the country. And most importantly, together with our donors and fund holders this past year, we distributed over $33 million into our community and beyond. The majority of those distributions were advised by fund holders for causes close to them. Helping you achieve your goals is the heart of what we do at the Madison Community Foundation. It's what we do every day. And nearly $2 million was advised through the Madison Community Foundation staff, board, and our community committee members in 70 grants through our Community Impact and Field of Interest grant making. I'd like to give you one example of a grant in each of our 5 community impact focus areas. There's more about them in our publication. But let me just give you 5 examples. In the arts, $100,000 for the Wisconsin Youth Symphony Orchestras. Capital campaign to construct a new 40,000 square foot youth music center on East Washington. Half of the grant is for capital and half of it for an endowment challenge match. So that's a really good one. They're all good. In the environment, number 2, $30,000 to the Madison Parks Foundation to add 3 accessible playgrounds with ramps, wheelchair swings, and rubber surfacing for safety for all. And many of our friends who are part of this are here, so I know we're going to cheer for them. In education, $30,000 to the Simpson Street Free Press, which will celebrate its 30th anniversary by hiring 6 additional teen editors. In community development, $200,000 for, and this, as with all of them, is so impressive, the new Bayview Foundation to replace its 50-year-old townhouses and to build a new community center that will double the size of their building. And finally, in the 5th area, in capacity building, $150,000 for Nehemiah to create a matching fund to help defray the cost of attending its Black History for a New Day course for employees from various Dane County agencies. It's a very popular program. Popular and important, I might add, in these times. And there are dozens more of these kinds of grants that the Community Foundation is sparking each and every day. Extraordinary organizations doing extraordinary things. By partnering with your Community Foundation, you all, our fund holders, donors, Legacy Society members, are making this and so much more possible. Now, we would like to hear from some very special people, very dedicated donors, through a special video we're going to get to watch together. They are generous, these donors. They are humble. They are making a difference for so many nonprofits through their giving today and for tomorrow. Enjoy their story.
You want to start with, we're Jan and Bill Diatley.
Yeah, we still are.
We're Jan and Bill Diatley.
We've lived here for 22 years.
Retired in Connecticut and moved to Wisconsin for retirement. That's strange, I know. We're sitting on top of a hill and we look over rolling hills, and it's a beautiful, beautiful area.
And we wanted to find a place when we moved out here that was close to Madison.
Basically, Madison has everything that we wanted. It's got the culture, it's got the hospitals, it's got the schools. So there's not much that Madison doesn't have.
In 1998, I and several other people owned a company that we had bought from Union Carbide. We sold a part of it, and I took half of the money that I got there and started the foundation. I figured we don't need all this money. We need enough to live on and enjoy ourselves, but not lavishly. So we decided that we wanted to give as much of it away as we could. And we've been doing it for, 22 years now or so. Kept enjoying doing it.
Once you give and you find out how good it feels to see your money working. We've seen lots and lots of growth and changes, and there's so much going on in Madison. So many places to give that are really worthy and are doing, wonderful things.
We have started really focusing on children and families.
For instance, I remember the first day I walked through the old days, thinking about, the mothers coming with children running for their lives, basically. Watching the new days building, that was a wonderful experience, because we felt that we were able to give to help that along.
One of the first organizations that we were on a board, I was on the board of Habitat for Humanity in Dane County. During my tenure there, we built our 100th house, and I think I saw the other day that they are up close to 250 now.
And of course, you have the Children's Museum. Can't say enough about it, but they were still in the old building when we got involved. Things that I think back to would be the opening of the Children's Museum, which was just such a delight. The whole process of finding the building, finding location, and renovating, and the decisions, that was just a fun celebration. And just filled it with joy. And that place reminds me of joy, but it's there, and it's going to be there.
I thought that maybe ultimately I might put our foundation money with the community foundation, because it can really continue doing what we're doing right now with it. It's an easy organization to put your money with. We don't have all the paperwork to deal with. We don't have the taxes to pay. We just have to tell them where it's going to go. And we're at the point in our lives where we're trying to downsize a bit and make our life a little bit easier, and this seemed to me like a good way to do it.
Well, and you can trust the integrity of the organization, so you know that if you put your money in that, you can trust that it will be cared for and grow.
You speak of long term. One of the things that's been important to me is to help organizations with their endowments. You're giving them money that's going to be there forever. We also look at what we've done here with the Community Foundation as really an endowment, overall endowment, because the money will be there forever, and we can direct who's going to take care of it after we're gone.
Bill used to always say, you give until it feels good. And that's kind of true. It does feel good. And there are some that you just know that your gift is going to push the organization to another level. You can't do everything, but my legacy, I would hope, would be that I did what I could do with what I had to help the world be a better place. And I would hope that our children and people around us would see that and live that.
I just want to pause and acknowledge Bill and Jan personally. The Diatley's impact in Dane County is profound. They have supported so many organizations in so many ways, and we're happy to have many of them in the audience tonight. In fact, we were joking, we could just add another ribbon to the name tag that just says supported by the Diatleys. If you know Bill and Jan, you know they don't seek recognition, and in typical fashion, when we asked them to tell their story, there was a long pause. But ultimately, they decided that their own comfort was less important than the benefit telling their story might have for the Community Foundation. And so I'd like to say thank you first for making a real difference in our community. Second, for the trust you place in the Community Foundation. And for saying yes, number 3. So give it up for the Diatleys, please. Now, speaking of impact, tonight we're also proud to feature the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County and their campaign to build the McKenzie Regional Workforce Center. The Workforce Center is a transformational project that will connect young adults to careers in the skilled trades. It'll help diversify and strengthen our workforce, and it'll have a positive impact on the lives not only of students, but also of their families. We share a long and strong history with the Boys and Girls Club, and with the support of our donors, we've provided 17 grants in the last 20 years. A few of those include things that you may have heard of: capacity building for the highly successful Avid Tops program, installation of the playground at the Sun Prairie Club, and recently, one of the ones that I think has touched many of us in many ways is honoring Judge Val Phillips with a statue on the state capitol grounds, the first African-American woman to be honored in this way at a state capitol anywhere in the United States, and that was led by the Boys and Girls Club. Time and again, the Boys and Girls Club has delivered on those investments with insightful leadership, and I'm looking at you, Michael, top-notch implementation, rigorous third-party evaluation always, and an eye toward sustainability. To that last point, the club has several endowments with the Community Foundation, and they are adding one to sustain the new McKenzie Regional Workforce Center. Here's a video to tell you a little more.
6 years ago, an idea was born. This idea brings together the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County and the Madison Area Builders Association and local supporters to invest in the future by providing training in the skilled trades to youth in Dane County.
You know, we've helped thousands and thousands of kids graduate from high school and go on to college, and so we've invested on that side of our career pathways. And then we had a donor by the name of John McKenzie who approached us and said, well, what about the kids who don't go to college?
About 6 years ago, I was working various projects with the Boys and Girls Club. So I thought, what a great opportunity to diversify the workforce and really change lives for these kids. So I introduced it to Michael Johnson, who immediately got it. Along the way, about 2 years in, I thought, wow, why don't I just pitch this to the Madison Area Builders Association? And then they got it right away. And so that was the genesis of the partnership.
We're excited about it because it's not only changing the demographics of who's being introduced to this, but really changing kids' lives, getting them into really family-sustaining jobs that pay $40,000 starting with no experience.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County and Madison Area Builders Association new skilled trades pathway for youth in this community will provide a variety of opportunities for youth to learn about plumbing, electricity, HVAC, and carpentry. This is going to fill a tremendous void in this community.
Work is underway to create the new McKenzie Regional Workforce Center, which is located on Verona Road in Fitchburg. Once completed, the center will provide training, certification, apprenticeships, and job placement in the skilled trades to high school youth. Younger students will have the opportunity to explore career options and learn life skills.
So we'll, in a very soft way, introduce them to building, just so it's in their head, because kids start eliminating careers in about the 5th grade, so we want to get to them before that.
Today, I learned about architecture, and when they was talking about it, something stuck out to me because I like to draw a lot.
The program here today really did open me up to a lot of jobs that you don't need a college for. And it's exposing me to a lot of jobs that I wouldn't have known otherwise.
When a young person can come out of high school, learn a skill, to be able to become self-sufficient, take care of themselves, take care of their family, and earn a family-sustaining wage. And that's what this center is going to represent, and I'm pretty excited about it.
This particular initiative, to me, means access and opportunity. It is also a chance for our youth to learn more about entrepreneurship. It is not only working for an organization, but it's also thinking about how they can become independent.
From the start, the vision for the McKenzie Regional Workforce Center has included creating an endowment at the Madison Community Foundation that will provide ongoing support for the program.
The endowment is absolutely vital. We all want to make sure this great program is funded perpetually. It makes sure that what we do today will be there tomorrow.
I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that we not only meet this goal, that we exceed this goal, and that we have an endowment that's going to be around in perpetuity, that's going to help kids in the years and decades to come.
To help build that endowment, Madison Community Foundation awarded the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County a $300,000 challenge grant from the Community Impact Fund.
You know, at the heart of a community foundation is philanthropy. It's what we make possible when we come together for good. And that's what this challenge match is all about. It is creating a sustainable resource for the Boys and Girls Club to continue to train the workforce of the future. One of the things that's really exciting about this, and one of the reasons we provide challenge grants like this, is to broaden their base of support, to invite more people in. Not everybody can provide a large gift, and so this is a way to match all of those gifts, double their impact as they come in.
Having an endowment is so critical because it really does give us a sense of assurance in which we will have the resources to continue this project for a long term.
An individual with an idea can really change their part of the world, but it only happens when there's a community of people willing to embrace that idea and pitch in. And I'll tell you, people have been so generous with this project. This community has made me very proud.
when you think years from now and you look back at what you've done in your life, this is one of those things that you can be truly proud of. It's really going to impact a great number of people, so how can you not be excited about that?
I would love 10 years from now that builders in southern Wisconsin say, because of the McKenzie Regional Workforce Center and our partners, that there are more women and more people of color in the trades than any municipality in the United States.
Believe me, I cannot wait to see that first kid get out there and have a job and make money and be able to build a life around that.
This is legacy building. There's one thing to give to a young person. When you talk about empowerment, that's a whole nother thing.
Boy, we're going to do something that's going to change lives, and that's really important.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to thank Dr. Leslie Petty, John McKenzie, Laura Ford Harris, Chad Lawler, and Michael Johnson for sharing the story of the center with us. It is going to be a great addition to the educational landscape in this community. And there are 11 pilots in other states already. This is a groundbreaking initiative for Boys and Girls Clubs across the nation, and we should be intensely proud of it. The total campaign is $35 million. They've raised $24 million so far and have $11 million left, and they're dedicating $15 million to an endowment to sustain it long term. This project is about creating real fundamental change, empowering young adults by connecting them to good jobs. If you're inspired by the project, of course, we invite you to join the Community Foundation with your support, and we're happy to help you facilitate that if you have a fund at the foundation that you'd like to use to do that. If you want to learn more, John is here, Michael's here, Laura's here. I'm sure they'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And as I wrap up my remarks for the evening and turn the podium over to Roberta, I just want to add a few final thoughts. One, I would be remiss if I didn't offer a shout out to the United Way of Dane County on its 100th anniversary. Renee's over there. United Way and the Community Foundation are great partners, and we're really appreciate the relationship that we have. I'd also like to offer my personal thanks to our staff and board who reflect the Community Foundation's values in sincere and compelling ways every single day. It is a joy to go into that office and be surrounded by people who are care so much about the work that they do. And I want to tell each of you in this room and over Zoom, thank you for joining us. Whether you're donors or your nonprofit staff or your volunteers, many of you are all three of those and more, that what you do matters. You will never know the full extent of the impact that you create. So as part of the team who has a window on that generosity every day, I want to offer my most sincere thanks. And with that, speaking of thanks, Roberta, you're phenomenal. Over to you.
Thank you, Bob. I have to say Bob is an outstanding leader, and we are all very, very, very fortunate, those on the board, those on the staff, everyone in this room in the community, to have you at the helm of this organization. All of us at the Community Foundation are honored and thrilled every day to be at the heart of philanthropy in this community. Again, our sincere thanks to the Diatleys. Let me see. Oh, there you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing your inspiring story. And special thanks also to the Boys and Girls Club and Michael Johnson and Mackenzie's, the whole team. Thank you for sharing your inspiring story. Special thanks to our sponsors who have made tonight possible. And again, thank you to the inspiring and educational for all of us, Wisconsin Dells singers and dancers, and Dimensions in Sound. And mostly, thank you to each and every one of you for what you do to move our community and to move our world forward in large ways, in small ways, all of us together, each and every day, especially as we maneuver through these very complex times in our world. Thank you all for being with us. We send messages of gratitude and peace to each of you and to all around the world and all around our country and all around the Madison community as well. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the evening.